Okay. So thank you for the consent. Are you squished? No, it's fine. Be comfortable. I want you guys to be comfortable.
Kade ngakubona eliphoyisa zozozokubopha.
And all of your pens. Okay, so obviously the consent form is just to ensure you guys have confidentiality. So everything that happens there is private. It's just for a workshop for you guys. I'm not going to go and tell anyone. It's just my lecturer that will mark it, but it won't be for anyone else. Okay, that was just to ensure you guys that everything is confidential. Okay. And then let's just wait for title and then I'll Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So today's workshop is on tools for enhancing self-esteem and building confidence in conflict resolution skills. Okay. So the objectives of today's workshop is to recognize the effects of self-esteem on workplace communication, to learn strategies that boost self-esteem in the professional setting, for development of conflict resolution skills, especially when facing intimidation or authority, and then lastly, to gain confidence in speaking up in meetings. All right? Yeah. Okay, so this is just almost a breakdown of what we're going to look through today. Okay, so just before we start, just some rules. So obviously confidentiality, so everything said or exchanged in this room stays in the room. So be considerate of one another's privacy and keep our conversations private, okay? Respect for all, so everyone's viewpoint is important. So during conversations, be mindful, pay close attention to each other and avoid interrupting each other, okay? Motivation, so I encourage you guys to encourage each other, okay? Give each other helpful criticism and acknowledge each other's accomplishments, okay? Then this is encouragement, so I encourage active participation because it obviously helps you guys learn the best. Share your opinions, your experiences, just respect one another, okay? This is a no judgment zone, so everyone is learning, so please feel free to share without worrying or feeling like you're going to be criticized or judged or anything like that. This is a no judgment zone. And then lastly, just stay in the present. So to reduce any distractions, you can turn off your phone, put it on silent, whatever with it. But also here just says respect each other's space. So if you choose to just observe, that's also okay. Okay, we're not pressuring anyone, forcing anyone to do anything. Okay, so firstly we're going to do a little icebreaker. So everyone's going to take a turn saying one positive strength that they feel that they bring to the team. Okay, so we'll start with you and then we'll go around. Think of any positive thing that you bring to the team. It could be that you're organized or you're on time, anything like that.
Start with Marina.
Can you start, Marina? Can you start?
Only thing that I bring is
a positive strength.
Yeah.
I'm always energetic.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Energetic. Yeah.
You said anything?
Any strength, so any positive strength that you guys bring to work.
Oh, okay.
To our workplace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I understand.
So you're energetic, you say.
Yes.
Awesome, that's a great quality in you.
Stay positive and work smart.
Awesome.
Work smart.
I love that one, yes. Alessandro?
Jokes.
You gotta have some humor, eh? You gotta have some humor. No, I love it, yes.
I bring leadership skills.
Awesome, that's
Oh,
nice.
yes.
I think my punctuality is, I feel good about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tracy?
I think being helpful into companies, which
Mhm.
is APD and the size.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
I bring healthy working environment.
Awesome, yes. And last but not
I
least,
love to see everybody happy.
is it?
Yeah.
So you're a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Oh, shame. Okay, thank you so much. You can see everyone has different qualities that we bring, right?
Yeah.
And you all work together and you make the environment that you guys have, okay? So everyone has good qualities, even though sometimes it's hard to think. I promise you, there's probably a list for each one of you guys.
Sure.
Okay, so understanding self-esteem. So self-esteem is a person's personal perception of their own value or worth, right? So this includes your beliefs and your emotional state. For example, is when you feel prideful or when you feel shame, that's also a representation of your self-esteem. Okay, so it has a significant impact on your mental health and it shapes your identity. Okay, so your self-esteem can make you a confident person or your self-esteem can make you a doubtful person. Okay.
Okay.
So just some differences. So your high self-esteem, you usually have confident decision making. So you'll make a decision and you feel confident about it. You don't doubt yourself. You trust yourself, right? You're usually able to communicate better because you're not worried about what the person's going to think of you, right?
Yes.
And then also resilience in facing challenges. Okay. And then if you have low self-esteem, you're usually more likely to have self-doubt, hesitation and avoidance. So a lot of times it's avoidance. You rather just not deal with it because it's too much stress, right? That's usually a low self-esteem. Okay. So self-esteem is linked to self-doubt, and falling into a cycle of self-doubt can hinder your professional and personal growth. Okay. So you need to address these issues. It's very critical to create a positive and inclusive work environment where everyone feels like they're able to contribute to efficiency and for your personal growth as well. So not only is for self-esteem for the work, it's also for your personal lives, right? You'll feel more confident in your relationship with your partner or your kids or your parents or anything like that, okay? So then just a little quote, it says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent, okay? So no one can make you feel less than you are without you allowing it, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so for the first activity, I'm going to give you guys a piece of paper, and then I just want you to write down an instance in which you were too afraid or felt intimidated to speak up. Okay, so anytime, it can be a silly example, okay, where you just felt like you're rather going to avoid it or you're rather not going to say anything because you just feel a little bit of self-doubt, okay? And then these are all going to be anonymous, so no one's going to know your answers or anything like that, and then we'll use it later in the lesson, okay? Awesome.
And some woman
We don't write names.
No,
anonymous.
no names.
Anonymous.
Yeah, so you guys don't have to worry, you can be honest. No one will know.
Mara, anonymous is not gonna be anonymous. You can't write.
Oh yes, can I write for you? You can whisper in my ear.
Well, he doesn't know how to whisper.
It's fun, it's fun.
What was the question again?
Do you remember a time where you felt like you were afraid to speak up?
I don't know.
You don't remember? Even with me, maybe. Did you ever feel like you couldn't ask me a question because you were just afraid or something like that? No. He's never afraid. That's okay, no worries. And thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Sophia wrote punctual. Acho una leadership.
Maman, on a learned details and we shall pas en fait. That's the
Professor Basho took one paragraph.
Well, let's do
Professor,
it.
I don't support them. That is all to say. Maren, what's that? Maren. Basho took one paragraph. I still have letter too. Someone have letter.
Tracy, moi, le haut, attends, attends.
Who's got letter page?
Take your time, Tracy.
It's not a love letter.
Let's do it.
So I'm sure you guys can see we all have difficulties at some point, you know, except for Tanto. He says he's never had difficulties now. No, you just can't think now. So yeah, just to also just create an atmosphere that we all have shared difficulties, right? When it comes to things like this, we all at some point in time feel too intimidated to speak up. Okay. Alright, so here's some techniques to increase your self-esteem. Your first one is cognitive behavioral therapy. So this is CPT techniques, right? This is something that I work with a lot in my varsity, and it's really, like, it's helped me a lot. It's really, I've taken it into my personal life and it really helps a lot. So the first thing that you can do is you challenge your negative thoughts, right? So identify negative, unhelpful thoughts such as I'm not good enough or I'll fail, and you can replace them with more realistic and positive alternatives. So something like, I have the skills to succeed, or I may face challenges, but I will overcome it and I will learn and improve. Okay, so the shift helps with you to build confidence and it encourages a healthier, more balanced mindset. Okay, so instead of waking up and you're so nervous about a meeting, you wake up and you're like, you know, I'm nervous, but I'm going to do my best, and that's all I can do at the end of the day, okay? You just affirm yourself, positive reaffirmation. Take those negative thoughts and you can turn them, you can always turn it into something negative. I mean, I'm not going to into something positive, yeah. Okay, and then secondly, you can use evidence-based reflection, okay? So this is where you reflect upon past achievements to remind yourself of your abilities, right? So this helps counter the negative thoughts, bias, and then helps in thinking and reinforces a more balanced view of yourself, okay? So these are the two techniques for CBT, right? So challenge your negative thoughts, turn them into something a little bit more positive. Doesn't mean that it has to be sunshine and rainbows, but I face the challenge, but I'll overcome it. You know, give yourself that motivation. And then also use your past experiences. So say you've succeeded in a meeting before and you've done well. Think about that time and motivate yourself that you can do it again. Okay. So this is the first thing, CBT, right? Then the second thing is self-affirmation, right? So positive affirmations are saying things to yourself on a regular basis that make you feel good about yourself, such as, I can handle challenges, I add value to my team, I'm a good employee. It's just things like that, okay? And then making use of these affirmations on a regular, making it a regular habit. So doing it every single day. Waking up, maybe writing something on your mirror to motivate yourself every single day. Just give yourself affirmations, okay? Because no one can make you happy except yourself at the end of the day, right? Okay, so next thing, number 3, is to establish some realistic goals, right? So instead of making one big project, do it in achievable steps, right? So if you feel like you need to succeed, it increases your confidence and self. So you break your activities up, right, into smaller achievable tasks, right? And then every time you achieve one of those steps, you celebrate it, okay? You celebrate your successes by acknowledging your little victories along the road, right? It helps you build momentum, and it helps you feel better about, I'm going to finish this work, you know, I've achieved so many steps already, I'm going to get there, you know, and it can motivate you to finish the task. Okay, so realistic steps. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Let's break it down smaller and then we celebrate the little victories, okay?
Okay.
And then lastly is positive social support. So promote positive feedback. So similar support system of positive, constructive criticism and of praise, okay? So your internal sense of worth can be improved by this outside assistance. So the people that you surround yourself with in your workspace and personally can really affect your self-esteem, right? So making sure that you have a positive social support system is really important as well, okay? So you could also join communities of support. So participating in organizations where members discuss and affirm each other's experiences can boost self-esteem by promoting a sense of belongingness, right? Okay, does that all make sense? Do you guys feel that you have a positive social support? Or is it something we can work on? Yeah, and the thing is with this, you need to be very strict with yourself almost, because it's sometimes hard to, you know, avoid people that you feel are negatively influencing your life. It can be hard sometimes, but it's only for the best of yourself, okay? Okay, activity 2. So we're going to cultivate a positive, encouraging atmosphere in the group, right? So we're going to, each participant is going to take a turn to say a positive statement or compliment about the person next to them, okay? So some examples of the compliments, you could say like focused work ethic, great communication skills, strong leadership skills. Or you can say statements like you're always well prepared in meetings, or you have such a calm and professional demeanor in stressful situations. Okay, just some examples for you guys. Are you fine? Do you need a minute to think?
No.
Are you fine? Okay, we're going to start.
Anyway,
okay, you can start. This time. Yeah. My coffee is so hot.
No, like,
what if I don't have any person compliment?
aha.
You
You have to compliment
You can just come up with
I don't want to lie.
compliment in English, ne?
Obvious. No food.
I'm talking about it.
Nah, yeah, don't care. Give me
Okay, that's fine.
the thing is,
Yeah.
who am I
Someone
complimenting?
complimented.
Yeah.
How? Actually, we're not a man.
Next week, I really saw Karen is complimenting me. Me, I'm
I
complimenting
thought
you.
so. Okay.
Oh.
You can start.
Where should we start?
Okay, yeah, whoever feels most comfortable can start.
Okay. The compliment that I'm gonna give her is that she's a very hardworking person.
Yeah.
She's a very hardworking person, and whenever you need something, like maybe work stuff, you need her to help you with something, she's always there to help you.
Yes.
Yeah, she's an extra hand, like
Yes.
if I might say, like if you
Okay.
need something. And then she's when it comes to her in the switchboard where she's working, and then she's very professional with clients.
Yes.
She know how to handle clients.
No,
Yeah,
Tracy,
she's
you feel
not
good.
Not weird. No, see, only at 5 hours.
Yeah, she is very professional with clients. She knows how to handle pressure and everything. We have seen her.
It's a
Thank you. Okay, Tracy.
Compliment to Sophie is that she always tries her best to do her job in the best way ever. And yes, and she takes the what can I say, the rules of the company very seriously, and she applies them.
Yes.
Yeah, and she always advises you because she's been here longer, so she always advises you to do better.
Yes.
And show you how to do other things that you may not understand.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, I would like to compliment Tracy and Tato. So firstly, what I like about Tracy, she's a caring person. I noticed when maybe I'm not feeling well, she'll come and ask me how I feel, and then she will always recommend something. You must try
Yes.
this thing. It
Mm.
will work out for you. You will feel good. And when she have maybe medication or something, she'll just bring it to you. You use this, and then you buy yours later. And then what I like about Tato, Tato. He's a very good guy. I love him so much. He's my darling. He knows that. What I like about him, he's always having sore on in his mouth. Every time, whenever he wrongs you, sorry, I wasn't aware. Sorry, sorry. Like, I like you. I like his sense of humor. I like everything about him.
He's very down to earth.
Yeah, he's a darling.
Thank you. Okay, to Olitando. This guy is very special actually in terms of he's a very entertaining guy. You can come home in a bad mood. When you get here, he'll always make you feel
It
like
brings life.
he'll make you laugh actually. Your problems. And it's the first learner. The
first learner.
I was showing him the system in the document side. So he was adapting and he was showing interest. So that's what I like about him.
As near as it's
She's my mother. She's always there for me.
Yes, very loving.
And she always understands me. And she always motivates me.
Yes. Shae, thank you, Alexander. That's very nice.
So sweet.
This one.
Oh.
This one, she's a straight talk, you know.
Yes.
What I like, she keeps it real. What I like, she doesn't take anything that is nonsense, if I can say that.
I understand.
She makes sure that her work is it's up to date. And what I like about her is that when you need her, you know, she's there to support you.
Yes.
This one, that's I'm saying I don't want to lie. I don't know.
Wow.
She's just arrived. Hi, Ben. I don't know what you guys say about Carol. I'm not. I've never worked with you in even that 2 minutes.
But yeah, she has a good attitude. I would say.
Can I continue?
How?
She's not done. Just to say something.
She's still thinking. I'm still thinking. I don't want to lie. Okay, the only thing that I will compliment about you is that you have a very soft spot towards people. I think your confrontations are always smooth. Yeah,
That was a good one.
That's me.
That was a very nice one. Thank you.
I see it's
Last but not least, the guy.
Okay, first of all, what about Nikki? First of all, she dressed very
Oh yeah,
nicely.
she's fashion.
And
Fashion sense.
she's always committed. She's a hard worker.
Yes.
Yeah, she takes
Awesome.
the work very seriously.
Let's have a go.
Nice.
And she's a straight talker.
Is it? She's a keeps it real.
I like it whenever she feels like, yeah,
She expresses herself.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she expresses.
Mm.
So expresses herself, yes. Just like that.
Awesome.
I want to talk out.
No, we can continue.
Can I just compliment my cause the way those are
Yes,
those
of
are
course, yes. Keep the compliments going, I love it.
because I work with them.
Yes.
So I will start with Nomfundo.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to compliment about her, like whenever maybe there's a mistake and then I say that there's this mistake, she will come straight and say that, oh, I'm sorry about this and that. I will not repeat it again.
Yes.
And then she will make sure that she's focusing to her work.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very, like, what I have noticed, maybe people might have not noticed about her, but to me, I have seen her nice spot.
Mm.
Yeah, there are things that I've seen that are nice about her.
Mm.
You understand?
Of course.
So me, what can I say? I enjoy working with her.
Mm.
I enjoy working with her.
Yes.
Yeah. And then even whenever she's under pressure, you cannot see her
Mm.
when she's under pressure because she will always do a job right.
Yes.
You understand? And calm.
I understand, yeah.
Yes.
That's so nice.
So what I can compliment about my Tato,
Mhm.
wearing this and that, but he's a very hardworking person.
Yes.
And then whenever maybe I need invoices in time, he will do them. Don't worry, Nikki, I'll send them now.
Yes,
Yeah, and
yes,
then when there's a mistake, no, don't worry, Nikki, I'll fix it just now.
Sure.
You understand? He wants to
Yeah.
rectify his mistake at the
Yes.
same time. You understand? Yes.
Takes responsibility.
Yes, he takes responsibility of his
Yes.
mistakes and this and that. Yes.
Thanks.
Yeah, and he's a very hardworking person as well. He's
Yes.
very hardworking, and he's there to help. Man, whenever there's this something that is stressing me, he's like, let me help you. This and that, yeah. Do like this, like this. And then whenever maybe there's wrong calculations, he will calculate and say, hey, this is the wrong amount, this is the right amount. Let's put this right amount.
Yes,
Then we put it.
Thank you.
So I appreciate
Very
them.
nice. You guys did very nice things. And this is another show just of all your guys' strengths, you know. Earlier you guys was thinking of one strength for yourself and you were struggling. And your colleagues can tell you so many. Because you guys all have so many strengths that you need to just maybe make a list and then say those strengths to yourself every day, you know. Affirm yourself that you are good enough and you guys have a lot of strengths to bring to the table. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break so you guys can get some snacks and use the toilet and all that, and then we'll come back and we'll continue. There's not much left. Okay. Okay, so you guys can grab some.
Session.
Yeah,
It's a very nice session.
there we go.
The toilet. Mara nakatibanga kule tila.
Do you want to put it on you?
Yes.
Yeah. Better.
Ngiyafuna ukuthatha ezi2. Awuzweke.
Relax,
Oh,
I don't like cheese. There's one of them that like cheese. Kunjalo.
Aslanganti.
Yeah, now we find Yeah, I lemon twist. I started to choose one of the salad. I don't eat
No, I'm okay. You guys must enjoy. Enjoy.
them. I don't white.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure, guys. I hope
We're
it's
really
good.
enjoying our
I can't choose one of the salad, so can start the food.
We can continue.
Do you want to? Are you sure you don't want to just take a 5 minutes.
Can I go to the toilet?
Yes, of course, this is the time.
Uyozoshara nomrani.
Just saying, I saw trying.
Mazwana ukuthi ngibone mina i-breakfast yami angidlanga nomna.
Yeah, I thought maybe you guys want breakfast.
Rice chicken.
Chicken, man.
Can I drink it? Can I go and tea?
Of course.
What is the share?
What tea? Of course.
Uzala ba-attendile. Uzala ba-attendile. Hayi,
Look at this,
ngutheleleni,
Okay,
ngutheleleni.
You mean what you said?
Ngithatha isenzane zasona. Senza njalo.
Faka neDonald so mara ahamba udu. Akasabuyi. Akanje ugadele ulokho zama ifoni.
I think this is carrot, ne?
Yeah, I think some of them are carrots. And I think there's even red velvet there.
Yeah, mandoni pamikita. Ina vele zodla late yini. Asuthi ngidli ilokho zama. Ngidli breakfast yami kakhulu. Ngiyabeka.
Ufuna so. This is a carrot. This one. This one. Thank you so much, Shae.
We appreciate you.
See, I told you guys, the way to your heart is with food. I know.
You know us.
Because I'm the same, sure.
Yeah. Shako.
I'm good.
And there is a plastic there if you guys want to throw away something.
Ngiyadlala.
Le right lo. Ngisaba kudla abantu kwabantu. Mina ngishap.
Mina?
Hayi mina ngisafuna.
Usadi batla ngikiti.
Thatha idonut.
Idonut liphelile.
Sibone ukuthi kuneranga limasisi.
Mara yena sakhona la.
Ukusiphinda ushukela.
Nina ngoba
Ufana nami mina ngithanda uTwida noShobela. Nakuhlanga ka boxing ka. Nakutla sala bona. Tato.
Salethatho no Shae no when salethatho no trace no alternative man. Nangikile bafana. O late. Ina bana le trace late. Uthani kita? Thato nang khalmela mara no uthotse boss ya itshwara ka matsogo ha e khalmela.
What time did you give to come?
Oh, ke tla ha saka twiza.
Uthi uyasali uthi.
Which one? Left?
No.
This one. This one.
Yeah.
Thato ba se everyone.
Ah, you're going to pay them.
Idiphendile. Barki velvet.
Thatha ushukela. Ukusiphinda ngoshukela.
Nangiyayiphinda mina sengiphinde.
So uyiphinde.
1 2 ningayithatha.
Lethani ushukela ngizothatha futhi.
Follow one.
Thato ganguka. So mina ke iphitha usela.
Ngizoyiphinda.
Uba tanthatha.
Chocolate diet. You know, that's the shop.
Dato.
I'm the shop.
Idark or
Alright.
in
Right, yeah.
Oh.
Ngicela ukuthatha leko ekathatha.
Oh, Shae, you're recording us.
No, don't worry. It's just because I can't sing two.
Nangithatha 2 mina. Mina ngithathe 2 already. Thatha.
Which one?
Mina already have food that very sugar.
Everyone gets, eh? Everyone got something. Okay.
Thank you.
Pleasure. But that's good.
Thank you.
Pleasure,
Was
guys.
delicious.
Ngubona kanye ngonyaka.
Oh, Mazulu, wayiphinda.
That's that we knew what we needed.
Thathela uthathu.
Noma awuyidli, nomfundo wethu usole
Come on.
I need to go.
I'm
We should do this more often. Wow! Hey!
Should make it a regular thing, eh?
Better than it, I will put it on that tomorrow.
I never do say it to her.
I know the truth, man.
Is schon interesting. Wait, that's the cool.
That's what you're saying. When I'm telling you, I need to love the breakfast.
So, this is another everything they use the day to eat.
Again.
Zanu, tell it to another. Where are they all time? Sarah is a brother. That's my son, Java. That's him, Jamai.
Hallelujah.
So right.
Thank you, Shae.
Was it good?
I'm full.
Food for the brain.
It's
Oh, it's
fish. Now.
Look, I'm better than I am.
No comment. No
No. Are they good though? These are from tea time. Look at your full tea time donuts.
Ay, wena makanti kanti kinga wethu wamphani mali umphethe.
Angeke ngisakuliva. Ngiyamdlalisa, ngiyabonga.
Nomunye uzofuna donuts.
Yabona nje so-2. Ya, nalami uzodla kahle yazi.
Now we can continue.
Are you
Now
guys
we can
ready?
continue, Shae. We are ready.
You feel good.
Yeah.
You feel like you got some fuel to do the last little bit.
There's no way to
You.
Are you recording us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just because I can only send one recording. But they said to me I must record the break and everything. I said it's fine. Okay. They won't listen to you guys, don't worry, okay. Okay, so welcome back. So now we've looked at self-esteem and all of that, so I hope it was a helpful topic. And then now we're gonna look at conflict resolution. Right? Okay, so here are 5 conflict resolution philosophies that I've learned about in my degree. So the first one is competing, right? So this entails maintaining one's position and advocating for your goals, sometimes at the expense of someone else, okay?
Yeah.
So this is usually effective in circumstances when a demanding swift decision action, yet a source of conflict when collaboration is needed. Okay, so competing, that's when you compete with someone. You stand your ground, you're like, this needs to be done, what, okay? It's usually effective when you need like a quick action, a quick decision to be made or something like that. But it can also be a source of conflict, right? If you don't allow someone to also give their inputs and, you compete with them constantly, it can cause conflict because you guys also need to collaborate, okay? Then you get collaborating. This philosophy seeks to completely satisfy everyone that's involved, everyone that's collaborating to reach a win-win. So everyone needs to win when you collaborate, okay? So this is best applied when creativity is needed and long-term connections and results are important, okay? So collaborating is a good one because you guys try and find a win-win situation, Okay, this is good when you guys need to, obviously build your relationships with one another. So it's important to, collaborate instead of compete, because we want to build good, strong relationships with one another. Okay. Then you get compromising. So this is trying to find a middle ground where both sides give up something when a quick, mutually beneficial agreement is required. So even though it could leave one party sometimes unhappy. Okay. So compromising is you say, you know what, your point is actually more valid, I'll compromise on mine. Okay. So a lot of times someone does leave a little bit unhappy, but if it's for the great of the cause, it's usually a good philosophy. Okay. Then you get avoiding. So avoiding involves avoiding or removing oneself completely from the dispute. So it's effective in situations where emotions are high or the problem is small, although it may not fix the whole issue. Okay, so you could just completely avoid the situation, which could initially help, right? Because the emotions are heightened and people are upset or anything like that. But it could also cause problems later down the road because it doesn't fix the issue really. Okay, and then you get accommodating, which involves prioritizing the needs of others before your own to keep the peace, right? This helps when the connection matters more than the results, but it might eventually breed resentment. Okay, so this is where, say for instance, you just I'm just going to actually accommodate my boss because this is what she wants, even because our relationship is more important than the situation at hand. Okay, so if it's something small you guys disagree on and you're like, I'm just going to accommodate you because our relationship is more important than the situation. Okay, so that's accommodating. So these are the 5 philosophies that are most common in conflict resolution. Let's say 2, which 2 do you think are good for conflict resolution?
Collaborating.
Of course, collaborating is the best one. One other one? Accommodating, good.
Avoiding.
No, avoidance.
Sometimes I feel like when you don't engage,
it can make things worse. No, I understand. A lot of the times avoiding is initially, it can work. It works initially until people have cooled down, and then we go back so that we can fix the whole issue, so that it doesn't cause problems later on. Okay, but I do agree, avoiding sometimes in the moment can help. Okay. Alright, so the role of assertiveness in conflict resolution. So assertive communication is, being assertive is being able to properly and clearly communicate one's wants and opinions without coming across like aggressive or too submissive. Okay, so that's the 2 things. You don't want to come aggressive, but you also don't want to become submissive. Okay, you want to be assertive. So in professional context, where preserving relationships and respect is essential, assertive communication plays a critical role in conflict resolution. Okay, so it's just finding the balance between aggressive and submissive. Okay, so here's some examples of assertive speech, right? So you get clear statements where you can say something like, I understand your perspective, but I feel. Okay, so you give that person some reassurance that I am understanding, but I just feel it this way. Okay. Yes. You're not being aggressive, but you're not being submissive. You're still getting your points across. Okay. And then you could also say something like, I would appreciate it if we could find a solution that works for us both. Okay. Yeah, you show that you're not just worried about yourself. You also want to find a solution for them, and that can usually make a good collaborating experience. Okay. And then you can also set boundaries. So these are more when it's a little bit easier, and this is when you're being faced a little bit more, right? And you can say something with like, I'm not comfortable with how this is being handled, and I would like to suggest an alternative. Okay, so you can just let them know, I'm not actually very comfortable right now. Can we use this? Can we do this rather? Okay, you're not being aggressive, you're not being rude, but you're also laying your boundaries down. Okay, and then also something like, I'd like to contribute to the discussion. Can we ensure that everyone has a chance to speak? Okay, this is also, you're not being aggressive, but you're just setting your boundaries, You're saying everyone can speak, but I would also like a chance. Okay, so this is just some examples you can take with you. Okay, so activity 3, we're going to do conflict mapping, right? So I'm going to separate you guys into 2 groups, and then each group is going to be given a scenario, okay? Within your group, you read the scenario, and then you need to answer 4 questions about the scenario, okay? You need to identify the main stakeholders in the conflict, okay? So who's the conflict between? Is it between this person and this person, okay? So that's pretty straightforward. Then you need to think of the possible approaches to addressing the conflict. So what do you think that person would do? So say for instance it's about a boss and a new staff member and they're fighting about something, right? You can say the new staff member would probably avoid because of this reason, and the boss will probably be assertive towards the staff member, okay? So just something short, what do you think they would do, okay? Then you can say the interplay of dynamics. So this is where you'll say like the boss has a higher authority because they are the boss. They have more experience or anything like that. So what's the dynamic, okay? Is there a power dynamic because they're both bosses, or is there a power dynamic because one is newer than the other or something like that, okay? And then lastly, possible strategies based on, remember the 5 that we looked at? Competing, collaborating, compromising, avoiding, avoiding and accommodating. Okay, so you just need to choose 2, or what do you think would be the best? Okay, so it will be you ladies and then you 4. Is that fine? Just so that it's easy like that. Okay. So there is the first scenario. And here is the second scenario.
Oh, 30 pepper, we use it. Zithini la allocation. Two colleagues, Alex, a senior sales person, and Jude, a new team member, are assigned to work together on a project. Alex tends to delegate most of the work to Jude, expecting them to handle the bulk of the responsibilities, while Jordan feels overburdened but is unsure how to express this without appearing uncooperative, uncooperative. Conflict map elements to keep in mind: principal players, approaches to addressing conflict, power dynamics, possible strategies.
Success. Jimmy feels undervalued and unheard, while Taylor believes their expression respecting their experience, the way they did it before. So,
Situating the principal players.
Are you sure what's up?
Yeah, yeah. So,
it's Junior and Jamie.
No, it's Jamie, not Junior.
Towards
Junior.
Jamie, yes.
left-hand swan.
I understand.
Why understand that? When now, or Tando,
And who?
Taylor, or Sharp.
approaches to addressing the conflict. I think
I think who
Tatomala.
I need to know that
So,
principals
players take over.
I see your mom. I see to teach.
but it's not funded.
Alex is
Oh, the creative idea which
Is the junior design.
say the senior project manager is Taylor, assistant team work more
traditional approach. Approaches to addressing conflict.
I think you should take because of
Yeah, or
approaches to addressing conflict.
because of your negative beliefs.
so Alex and Jordan should share the workload equally.
They can
Yeah, they must share their work
They can
responsibilities.
Sit.
in a meeting and
Yeah.
discuss with
Yeah.
like they can
Because in the world, there's no solution. So let's just sit down together and come up with a solution.
But what
And
kind
discuss
of
this mental.
Yeah, discuss this matter.
And I told them, let me see.
Once guys need a solution, I guess.
I think
Can I
So
ask
what
you
did you
questions?
say about the power
The
dynamics?
power dynamics. So you just need to kind of describe what's going on. So you can say, for your guys,
Yeah, now I
Jamie feels
Yeah,
intimidated because
yeah.
Okay.
Taylor has more authority. Or okay. Just like what's happening with the power dynamics.
And another thing, you know, we apart because of the competition that you want.
yeah, they can't because Taylor wasn't.
Yeah.
But I think
I think it's Ulo.
Jordan, Jordan?
Yeah, no.
Ulo.
Ulo. This is running power between the two.
I put
Taylor designer. Who's the
manager.
yeah, the manager. Taylor. I think sometimes I need to, if we are a manager, you feel like so I think he's overpowering Jim.
I think Bama
So singayibeka
together
kanjani?
and discuss the matter. Okay, like what's in there?
That's singayidea and come up with solutions that can
What kind of
solutions? Like uTaylor as an idea, can have as an idea from
Bahlanganisa.
Already I need to
no as a traditional idea, no as an idea, creative bakuhlanganisa bacombine ukuzoyenza into ekahle. Ukuthi bahlanganise ama-idea wabo traditional approach nale solution.
but it is not the same thing.
It's not.
Very point because I need to
Traditionally, bayenza
All the time.
I'm saying
Creative, maybe there's over.
new ideas.
ideas to come up with one thing.
Yeah? It's all right, it's right.
What ideas and then what?
I was specified when the
They can both, they can combine both ideas and then what?
To come with better ideas.
But I'm saying they can combine both ideas. I think about the ideas good.
Like to
Sometimes I was specified
They
ideas
can combine to come up with both ideas. To come up with a better project.
Yeah.
Dynamics. So, Ulona, like So, we said power dynamics.
So you could say something like, for your guys, Taylor obviously feels like he's got more power because he is the boss, and Jamie feels intimidated by the power. Maybe something, just explaining more or less like how the power dynamics are working, so you can identify that this person has more power and that's the reason why certain things
Like
happen.
no abuse amandla wakhe.
Ngathi Taylor
It's simple because now it's still Taylor. Angithi lo uze ne-creative idea and then
okay,
so
so
it's on top of it.
or is ngathi James feel undervalued and unheard because of Taylor
It's the way I think of I think if we Taylor, we are undermining.
Because in
because Taylor insists on the Taylor insists. Yeah, possible strategy.
collaborating, yes. Accommodating, compromise. I like that too.
You guys fun? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, you can keep it. I'm going to ask one of you just to tell me your answers as we go. Okay. So, first group, scenario 1, I'm going to read it. The scenario, just so everyone knows what's going on. And then if one of you can just tell me your answers. Okay. So the scenario is a junior designer named Jamie is working on a project and has come up with a creative idea. However, the senior project manager, Taylor, insists on sticking to more traditional approach, citing past success, so Jamie feels undervalued and unheard, while Taylor believes that their experience should be respected. Okay. So, who are the principal players in this conflict? Jamie and Taylor. Good.
What am I doing?
That's fun. We see you want to be involved. It's good. It's good. So, what do you think the approaches to addressing the conflict will be? What do you think? What did you guys say?
Approach to addressing the conflict. I think they should sit down and have a conversation of how to mix both of the ideas together.
To find common ground, eh?
Come with better projects.
Exactly, good.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, what did you say the power dynamics are?
Okay, so we said we feel like Jamie is undervalued and unheard because Taylor insists on the traditional approach to the conversation.
Okay, just to jump back, sorry, I forgot to say. Okay, so usually in a situation like this, the typical responses are that Jamie would prefer collaboration but feels intimidated, right? He feels intimidated by his boss. So instead of now having a collaborating experience, we have an avoidance experience, right? And that's not going to solve anything because then he's still going to feel unheard, right? And Taylor might lean towards competition because his authority enforces it, right? So his authority tells him, you know, I can compete because this is a new person or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, what did you say for possible strategies? What did you choose?
You saying yes, collaborate
Cooperation.
and compromise.
Good. Those are the key two, right? You come into a collaborating talk, and then you guys find common ground. You compromise. Okay. Okay, then for scenario 2, you guys will read it so they understand, and then are you going to help me, Tata? Okay. So 2 colleagues, Alex, which is a senior salesperson, and Jordan, which is a new team member, are assigned to work together on a project. Alex tends to delegate most of the work to Jordan, expecting them to handle the bulk of the responsibilities, while Jordan feels overburdened but is unsure how to express this without appearing uncooperative. Okay, so there's a new team member and a more experienced team member that have been assigned to do a project together, and the more experienced team member just puts all the responsibilities on the new one. Okay, so who are your principal players here?
Alex and Jordan.
Alex and Jordan, good. What do you think their approach to this conflict will be? The approaches?
Oh, according to me and my team, we said they must share the test and the workload equally so that everyone can be happy and work effective.
Yes. So proper delegation, eh? So it says Alex may avoid the problem, assuming Jordan will just handle it, right?
Yes.
So if Alex doesn't know about it, he's just going to assume, you know, Jordan's fine.
It's fine,
He can handle this task, right? And Jordan may feel pressured to accommodate his boss because he doesn't want to be not working well when he's new, right? Okay, so that's the approaches usually. What did you say the power dynamics are?
He said Jordan is intimidated by Alex.
Good, good. That's very good.
He has more authority than him.
Yes. Alright, perfect. That's spot on. Okay, and what do you guys think possible strategies? What did you guys say were possible strategies?
Oh, possible strategies, we said collaborating and compromising.
Good, good. That's the key to, right? Because once you guys can collaborate nicely, you guys can always find some sorts of common ground. Okay. Thank you guys. That was very nice. I could see you guys working hard in your teams.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. So we're on to the last section. Building confidence in speaking up, right? So here are some reasons behind the fear of public speaking. I mean, we all have, I'm sure we all do, I also do a lot, and I've actually worked very, very hard to get to a place where I can speak a little bit more confidently in front of people, but I still don't like it, okay? So public speaking anxiety is common, particularly in hierarchy environments, so organizations where you have a boss and then a manager, and you know, that's a hierarchy, right? So in environments like this, it's very common to have the fear of public speaking, right? Where individuals may experience judgment or anxiety making mistakes, right? So in front of powerful or highly qualified individuals, anxiety may rise, causing hesitancy and self-doubt, okay? Remember we learned earlier, self-doubt, you get into a cycle, right? And it's not good to get in that self-doubt cycle. You need to change it, and you need to self-affirm yourself. I can do this, you know? I can speak confidently, I am capable of it. Okay, so here are some ways to reduce this anxiety. So firstly, planning, of course. So thorough planning lowers uncertainty and fosters self-assurance, okay? So if you plan enough, if you have enough resources, if you put enough work into it, you're gonna feel more confident. It's just guaranteed. You will feel more confident in your work, right? Then visualization. So imagine a version of yourself excelling in the circumstance. This helps you visualize your success and be more confident, okay? So you need to manifest it, right? You need to be like, I'm going to do well. You're going to envision yourself after the meeting and everything went well, that type of thing, okay? And then breathing exercises is always something that helps. Focusing on the present moment and reducing anxiety can be achieved by deep breathing, okay? Right, so here's some techniques for speaking confidently in meetings. So obviously your first one is preparation is key. In meetings, confidence stems from thorough preparation. Through prepare ahead of time by gathering your ideas and main topics and then practicing. Okay? Being organized gives you more control and makes it easier to communicate your thoughts. Okay? So that's the first thing, preparation. Then we have number 2, use a structured approach. So you start with a clear opening, followed by your main points, and then you end off with a summary of everything. This helps your speech to have a logical flow, okay? Same like what we've been looking at in like emails and all those kinds of stuff. You have your opening, right, your introduction, your main points, and then your closing, okay? And then structuring your speech reduces anxiety by giving you a mental roadmap to follow, okay? Then number 3 is your breathing exercises again. So deep breathing can reduce anxiety and help with relaxation. Practice breathing deep, slow breaths before speaking to regulate your nervous system. So not only does it like make you mentally feel better, but physically in your body it helps to regulate your nervous system so you can just be a bit more relaxed, okay? Okay, then the last 2 techniques is to focus on the message and not the audience, right? So put the importance of your message ahead of how people see you, okay? So self-doubt can be reduced by reminding yourself of the value of your work. So if you feel very passionate about a presentation that you're doing for work, just remember that it's about the work, it's not about what people think of you, okay?
Yes.
And then lastly, your assertive language, right, which we looked at earlier. To successfully communicate your thoughts, use language that is certain, straightforward, but still respectful, okay? You must always be respectful. And then fillers that you should hesitate is like maybe, things like that, okay? Just try to avoid that because it makes you look less confident and it makes you feel less confident too, okay? So that's your 6 techniques that you guys can use. Okay, then we have our last activity and then we're all done. Okay, so you're going to now receive a random note, one of these from earlier, right? You need to think of 1 to 2 strategies that could help to address the situation that you guys have previously described, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're going to take turns sharing 1 or 2 of the strategies. So try and use the strategies we've learned, right? So your assertive language, try use compromising and all those kinds of things that we went through, okay? You don't have to make long things, can just be 2 bullet points of what you think could help, okay? Is that fun?
Yes.
Fun. And then it says, remember that this is a safe, confidential and supportive environment, okay? So I'm going to just, hopefully you don't get your own. If you do, just swap, okay? Yeah. Is that yours?
That was my one.
Did you?
Just joking.
Yo.
What are we saying? What in collaboration?
Shae, can we just
Must I go back to the other slide for you guys? Will that help? Where you have these.
Can you read them for me, please?
Competing, collaborating, compromising, avoiding, and accommodating. Or you could use the other techniques of assertive language. That's also a very good one when you feel intimidated.
But this person was not intimidated.
Was it? What is it? A conflict?
It's not a conflict. It's just self-expression.
Even this one that I have, it's more of a self-expression.
So this you can say assertive language. That's a good one for that. So that, because the thing is with assertive language, it gives you the confidence to speak up without it becoming a cross
I
like.
would just say assertive language.
Yeah,
That's wow.
that's a good one. It's a good one for that.
Mazibani, ubani mina.
That's for no worse.
Housekeep. Unathole nyaka.
Yeah.
Ubani?
Yeah.
Fieldwork. Tato karuthweni yaka, tato. Awasolo yaka mfana.
Akithi.
But then, it's confidential. Le yakho le. Ubuwe lo. Ah, siyami ngibone ukuthi ngengisho. It's very confidential. Ara kan umfundo sofilo linikita.
Are you guys all done? Yep. Just as if that's okay. Are you guys do you feel comfortable to say the one that you got? Is that fine? Okay.
Yo.
Yes, please. But I'll say it. I'll say it. Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. Yeah,
It
okay.
will remain in
Confidential.
confidential.
Yes.
Okay.
We want more music.
That's okay.
No, it's fine.
I'll read them
You
all.
can
We can just read. We
You
won't
can
know.
just
I don't
read.
know the anonymous. But we will guess. We will guess.
We're just gonna try and see if we can find some common difficulties between us and then some common strategies to improve. Okay. So the first one, once upon a time I was afraid to speak because I thought maybe others will feel offended somehow. That's a good one, okay? Because oftentimes you avoid saying something because you're scared you're going to offend someone, okay? And there's an easy way to avoid this. There is. So strategies to be used: compromising, collaborating, confidence to speak out, good, self-booth, and self-esteem. That's awesome. So these are all a lot of the things we spoke about today, right? So obviously if you have more self-confidence, you will speak out more easily, right? Obviously another thing with this one is you could use assertive language. It can help you to feel more confident, right? Because you know in yourself you're not being aggressive, but you're not being submissive, you're just being assertive, okay? So assertive language is a good one for that one. Okay. I was afraid to talk in a meeting only to find out that I was afraid to speak of the right, okay? So this is also a good one. They were afraid to speak just to find out later that what they wanted to say is actually right, right? So assertive language, good. So this is a good one. So obviously just assert yourself in that situation, because at the end of the day, like they said, at the end of the day, it would have helped. Okay. You must have confidence in yourselves. And then to be forced to do something I'm not comfortable with, good. So the possible strategies for this one is accommodating, right? That's a good one, because when you accommodate, everyone feels like they win, right? So that person will feel more comfortable and everyone else is also comfortable. Okay. Have more ideas on how we can bring positivity to the workplace, and I was intimidated to speak out. That's a good idea. That's a good one. Same like what we looked at earlier. So the strategy here is to share your views with your manager, to be assertive. Good. Very nice. So assertive, going to your boss, but not being rude, not being disrespectful. You just go to your boss and you use assertive language to get your points across in a respectful way. Okay. That's a good one. I was afraid to speak up the first day at business group session last month. I did speak, but my speaking was not clear. Okay, that's a good one as well. Firstly, you should take a deep breath and try and calm down. Awesome. I like that. Remember your breathing exercises? Just calm down, take a breath, and then believe more in yourself. Good. So boosting your self-esteem, self-affirmations. Very nice. I feel like you guys have learned something, eh? Okay. When in the meeting and I have to make serious decisions about terminating other contracts. This one doesn't have a solution, but what you could use for this one is collaborating, right? So you could go to that person that you're afraid of, or go to your boss and have a collaborating discussion to try and find a resolution. Okay, last thing. I was afraid to speak up in a meeting because I was relatively new in that workplace and I was intimidated to voice my point. So good. Accommodating is a good one for this. Collaborating is also a good strategy for that. And then obviously, again, your assertive language. You must always just remember that, guys. If you want to even, in your own time, go watch some videos on assertive language. I promise you, it's a really good thing to help you when you're feeling a bit nervous to speak out, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're all done with that. Thank you so much for your participation. Okay, so closing and reflection. So summary of some key takeaways. So to boost your self-esteem, so you should recognize your own value and challenge your negative self-perceptions, okay? Challenge your negative thoughts, change them into more positive thoughts, okay? I promise you, your mind is so strong. It can change everything for you if you just change your mindset, okay? To resolve conflicts, use assertiveness and different conflict resolution techniques to handle workplace challenges. Okay, so remember those techniques we spoke about today, the competing, the accommodating, compromising, all those things. Remember those things and take a breath and then choose. Okay, you're going to say, I have this conflict right now, I'm dealing with this. Let me take a breath and let me choose a strategy that could help. Okay, remember what we spoke about. And then speaking with confidence, I've overcome public speaking fears with preparation, practice, and positive thinking. Practice. Okay. So remember that building self-esteem, resolving conflicts, and speaking confidently are ongoing practices. So keep using these techniques that you've learned today. Okay. Awesome. So thank you for your time. I'll just take a moment to just complete the feedback form. And then, just to help me in future, if you don't mind. If you guys are busy and you need to go, I really understand. It's completely...
No, I said we can take it.
Okay.
One now.
Okay. Everyone got awesome. This is also confidential, so you can be honest. I won't note you. Okay.
So do we write on
Do we
it?
tick
No,
or
you don't have to write your name.
We tick or
crush?
Anyone.
One
Doesn't matter. You can
one
even
box.
put a little heart if you love
One
me.
box.
No.
Yeah, just one box.
Put a little heart. I'm gonna put it.
Alright.
How are you taking one box?
So you'll read this. It says the workshop met my expectations, and then you choose strongly disagree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. Okay. Does that make more sense?
No, I want to know is like if I answer on all these things or on one question only.
So you need to answer all the questions. You just need to choose the correct measure, almost, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Oh, you can turn it. There's more in the back.
Take away.
Takeaways. So what do you think stuck with you the most that we've learned?
This another word is what? What language? Assertive language.
Assertive languages.
I'll tell you another private.
I wouldn't bother them. I wouldn't bother them. Yes.
No problem.
Ivan, Alexander, Ivan.
He need your assistance.
Of course. Okay, the workshop met my expectations. That one. The topics on self-esteem were useful and applicable. The conflict resolution techniques were helpful. And then the public speaking activities were effective. The facilitator was knowledgeable on the subject. The facilitator explained context clearly. Yeah, you know you have to say that now. The activities were engaging and useful. Good. And then the workshop pace was comfortable for learning. And then I would recommend this workshop to others. I'm confident that I can apply what I've learned in my workplace. Then what was the most valuable takeaway from the workshop? What do you think stuck with you the most?
No.
Okay, that's fine. You can just say NB. You guys don't have to answer everything. What aspects of the workshop can be improved? Is there something you think I can improve? None. Okay. Is there any additional topics you would have liked to cover? Anything else you would have liked to learn? No. Awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Oh, yes, sit down, please. Thank you. Oh. Thank you.
Isilungu.
Thank you. If you can't think of an answer, it's okay, man. You don't
Think of
have
it
to. Shame.
No,
It's
that's what I
okay.
paragraphs.
Oh, you want to write me a love letter?
She makes me laugh. Laba bafuna imali manje sibazuzikhia bafuna imali.
Ikhiya zanzima leso.
Banamanga bafuna imali.
Esinye siwakhe
Akuzona lezo.
Akuzona lezi nami nginazo lezi.
Akuzona lezo.
Banamanga.
Ikhiya ifunayo.
Oh, azikho
Banamanga.
Angazi ukuthi njani kodwa
Banamanga.
akuzona
Sebafuna
lezo.
azikho ke.
Lezi athi angeke isikeke. Athi angeke zenze.
Ngoba lezi ezasikeka lezi.
Ziyenzeka lezo.
Sizazela ukuthi asazikhia bafuna isithathele imali manje uzama 1000.
Yini thriller do?
Asela.
Unamanga.
Tunamanga.
What's trailer door?
Shae, you know English. What is trailer door?
Say again.
TRLLI.
Is that what E?
Thrill.
Door.
Truly do.
It's TRELLI.
Shae?
Oh, look now for you. That's strange, huh?
Thrill. Thrill dog.
No, angamunene
Bafuna ukuzivanyana.
those because no.
Asizibonanga sizazi.
Yeah. Ilezinto zomabhadla.
Yeah, it's a trailer door. Yeah, I thought I'm being silly if I say it's the door.
Yeah.
So vele izinto zaserumini lakho. Lezi amabhadla esisho ukuthi bahlala zona.
This.
Unaso leso.
This.
Unaso sosale bengihlala khona mina unaso yena.
Thina udlile trailer doors. Usofuya la mana trailer door nalapho sithi.
Nalapho sithi
Thina sazi.
asikho esinye.
Unaso
Usibuyisele so.
Yeah.
Ufuna bafuna ukuzidla
I
imali.
gave you my brother.
Baselani labantu mara noma bafuna le mali bafuna ukuthi bathi kusasa imali ayishoda yithi fakani imali ama 1000.
Basile hambi.
Yeah, we are
Not just
It's a lapha dining room. Hey, asinazo thina.
Thank you, Shae.
Thank you guys so much for your time. I really
Thank you,
appreciate
Shae.
it.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Shae.
I hope you guys had something helpful to learn from today.
Yeah.
I really do.
Can we do this
So,
more often?
thank you.
I wrote that. I wrote that. Can we have it again?
As long as there's snacks, eh?
Even though there's
Even though if there's no
Oh,
snacks.
Shae, thank you
Very
guys.
informative.
I really appreciate it.
It's very educative.
Yes.
Because now I have learned about assertive language
Yes.
and how to handle conflicts
Oh, I'm
and
so
how
glad.
to speak out.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so
Yes,
happy.
and
That's my only goal. I just want to help you guys.
And have self-confidence.
Yes, because you guys all have so much strengths.
Yeah.
You really do.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. And
Yeah.
I'll see you guys
Yeah.
next week.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Let's have a long to great.
Go back.